pulley system, and this thing that was the size. I swear to God, it was
like the girth of a can?
Triple the size of this can. So this can, right? So imagine like that, right? That big. More like the girth of this glass, right? Of this fucking sifter. So that's how thick the thing was. No, bigger than this. It was about that big. Yeah, it was humongous. And it was like, he was fucking going like this and having that monster thing. So he like, and fucking died, and the shit was like right there in his ass. Butt ass naked. He had multiple setups. Like there was a couple of different ones, like stages that he was ramming himself in the ass before he had the big one. Now you could be in a book. It's just dead as a doornail. Would you rather die mummified in a fucking trailer park or ass rammed and found with a picture of you with a big dildo like right there?
I'd go for the big dildo.
Yeah, you would.
At least when you're in the book.
Oh,
nobody's gonna melted lady. That happens all the time. Big dildo. No, that's a new one. It's like Mr. Hands, the horse guy.
Oh, that was so.
He was a fucking engineer for Boeing.
Was he really?
Yeah. In Seattle, I think, and now everybody knows Mr. Hands.
Mr. Hands wasn't smart enough to know that a horse is.
He knew.
Joint was gonna like.
I watched that video plenty of times. That's a human sound you only hear from somebody being fucked by a horse. No, that sound is never coming out of a person.
Well, okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you've never Googled Mr. Hands,
no, don't do it.
It's the poor bastard. He lets a horse go and do things to him, and then he ends up dying from it, which is horrible. But it was. Like,
I don't think it's horrible.
It did make me go. It did make me laugh a little bit, which is, I don't know. Maybe I'm a sick person because of that. But you know what it is? I laugh at certain stupid people when people do dumb shit. I'm like, that was dumb.
I don't even think it's dumb inherently. Like, it's his choice. It was his choice to do it.
Fair enough.
He wanted to do that with his life. He was an adult. He made a perfect fine choice for him.
Okay.
If he died from it, it was also his choice.
But I don't think he planned on that. And how many times had he done that before? How many times was he...
Enough to think that he wouldn't die from it.
And this time he's like, hey, he was telling his friend, hey, Bob, why don't you videotape this one?
You'd probably have to do it more than once to invite your friend over to tape it. Like, that's not on my first try, we're going to do this.
Anyway, long story short is the horse goes...
Balls deep.
Balls deep. There we go. Thank you. And... damages a bunch of his intestines, and he ends up dying because of it.
And now your obituary says that you died from fucking a horse.
No, you died getting fucked by a horse.
Even worse. Maybe he should have fucked the horse at that point.
Oh shit! I was watching. It's funny you said that. I was watching.
That's not a segue.
It is a segue. Absolutely. I was watching. I was watching Top Gear. And they went to Colombia. They drove all the way through Colombia. So they're in the hood.
Fuck a horse.
They're in Colombia, and this guy, they're trying to find animals to take pictures of. And the one guy is like, he's like, what's that guy out there doing? He's like, he's standing by this donkey.
Oh no!
And the guy's banging a donkey. And then he goes to the other guy. He's like, is that normal? And he was like, yeah, sometimes. And he's like, well, how many of you guys have had sex with donkeys before? And everybody's like, oh, yeah, we've all done that before. It's like, what?
Wait, hold on. Why did this come up on Top Gear, though?
Because he was out trying to take pictures of animals. And he's like, oh, there's a donkey. I'll take this picture of that. And then he's trying to, but he's got like this telephoto lens. So he's trying to zoom in on the donkey. And there's a guy behind the donkey going like,
how could they show that on Top Gear?
They did, but they didn't. It was like you knew what he was doing back there. They didn't show everything, but you can see the movement, and because it's England, it's Europe. They show all types.
Wait,
of
that
stuff.
was in. Oh, okay, yeah.
I mean,
so now historically,
the show is in Europe.
I guess people would probably just been doing that forever.
Oh well, yeah, that, and I guess the Dominican Republic is supposed to be popular.
A lot of things are popular in the Dominican Republic.
Yeah,
I'll leave it at that. Yeah, a lot of things are popular there, but
okay. Well, finish up your beer. We're on to the next one.
If that's one thing, I don't know. I might be good off that. Going to DR just for
to watch somebody
kind of tourism.
To watch somebody bang donkeys.
It's a weird tourist thing. I don't know. I don't know if I want to go there.
It's illegal in the United States. I know that much. But somebody had to do it in order to.
Make it illegal?
Make it illegal.
Well, they just have that list of like a lot of weird things are illegal in states. Like anal is illegal in some states. Oral is illegal in some states.
Yeah.
Like stupid shit is illegal in some states.
But some things are kind of like legitimate.
Well, not
like
in Florida.
you can't.
Florida doesn't have any good legit laws. Like they have like one law that's like 16 to 22, and I only knew this in high school because I would always see girls like in my grade leaving with older dudes.
Right.
And the law in Florida, at least, is like the girl can be 16, and the guy can be up to 22. What the fuck is a 22-year-old going to talk to a 16 about?
Wow, really?
Yeah, like I used to work in the attendance office in my high school as an elective, and there's like one girl would always leave with her boyfriend, and on their emergency contact card it said cousin. Then they would go outside, and I would look, and they're like making out. I'm like, wait, kissing cousins? What the fuck?
Really?
Yeah, and that was the law. My dad's a lawyer in Florida, so
I never knew that.
that's the law. It's fucking weird how they like structure the law for pedophilia type shit.
Yeah,
like we're gonna make this okay, like, but you're still a sex offender. It seems like a weird loophole where like maybe a politician got fucking caught doing shit like that, and they're like, oh well, let's just like structure the laws like this so I don't get in trouble for doing this. It always seems like some shit like that.
I would disagree. It's Florida, dude.
Yeah, because why?
When
would they
do
just
you
make
the
that?
weirdest shit you have happen, or you ever hear in the news? Where does it always fucking happen in? Florida.
I don't know if you don't listen to Breakfast Club with Charlamagne the God. He says the craziest people come from the Bronx and all of Florida.
I just had this conversation. So it's funny you say that, right? So I was talking to the promotions guy for Bronx Brewery yesterday, and I was like, you know, they're doing a big push to promote in New York. Like they're going to focus on the tri-state area, right? Trying to focus real hard on pushing the brand here in the city, which is good. And I said, you know what you should do also is push Florida, because back in the day when they used to have tickets where you used to have actually some, or even if you see like a cop write you a ticket, when they on the top of the ticket, there's a certain amount of states that are written there, and then they'll have a spot to write in the state. And the most common plates that would find in New York would be New York, Massachusetts, or New York, New Jersey, Mass, Connecticut, Pennsylvania, and then Florida. Right on the ticket.
Totally makes sense.
So many New Yorkers go to Florida and then go back and forth all the time. That's how many Florida plates you find in New York City.
Totally makes
Ain't
sense.
that crazy?
It makes sense. I never understood until I was older because I've lived in both states. But I understand why people move to Florida. Because who the fuck wants to deal with the snow their whole life?
Yeah.
That's why people go to fucking Florida.
But Florida's fucking hot.
And they have hurricanes.
Hurricanes is, you know what? Hurricanes are manageable. I don't think I could deal with earthquakes.
They were, but I've been through some serious hurricanes in Miami, so...
Did you go? Were you there for Andrew?
No, I was there for Katrina, Rita, Wilma, and a bunch of other ones.
I
Katrina,
remember.
we also lost power, so...
Yeah, Katrina
it was a little weird.
It was a Category 2 during Katrina when it came to Miami.
To Miami? I don't know.
And then when it went out into the... what's it called? The Gulf of Mexico. That's how it turned into Category 5.
That's the first time we lost power, though, was Katrina, and it was pretty serious. We were in a better neighborhood, so we lost power for like 2 or 3 days. But I had friends that lost power for weeks in Miami, and they would just come to my house.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty serious because we got hit by like 3, like one after the other. So, I mean, it was different.
I remember that year. Though.
Yeah, it was. I
didn't realize you were in Florida.
Yeah, I was in Florida from. Let's see, I was a freshman in high school in 2001. I moved there like the end of my sophomore year. So probably like 2003-ish I moved to Florida around there.
Okay. So this next beer that I poured for us is Bronx Brewery's Up and Comer series, and this is City Island Sour IPA, 6% ABV.
Okay, not too bad.
All right.
Going up by 1%.
1%.
Definitely has that fermented smell.
Yeah, well, you know, I could definitely smell like the kind of pineapple-y.
Yeah.
Like that fruity, pineapple-y kind of smell that you get from IPAs.
Definitely has a stronger smell than the Oktoberfest one.
Oh, yeah. But now the taste, it's not as super sour.
I have to admit.
It's
definitely not as, like, strong as the other sours. You definitely convinced me with this one.
It's crisp. You know what I described it as? As, like, I mean, not to take from, what's it called? Miller High Life, but it has a champagne-y kind of taste to it.
It does, and the sour really isn't that hard. It's more of like a back of the tongue feel. It's not like a very like strong, like, this is a fucking sour.
The thing that's creepy, I mean, that's scary about this is so good. It's crisp. Like, I could crush these in the summertime, and it's a 6%. What is that? 6% even.
I can definitely see why they have this on City Island.
Yeah, this is their, what is it called? City Island.
Exactly. I'm not a seafood person, but I can definitely see like in the summer drinking this. It's not like a heavy beer.
Yeah.
He said it's very light, very crisp. It's not like anything too crazy, and the sourness is not like where it's like overwhelming or anything.
It's well balanced. That's the one thing I think about this is a very well balanced beer. So, Jamie, we're going to take a really quick break, and we'll be right back. Do you want to do your part to save the planet, but you just can't figure out how? Instead of using big red cups for your cold drinks and foam for your hot coffee and tea, do your part to save the planet by investing in reusable, personalized stainless steel tumblers by Nivea Glitter Designs. Nivea stainless steel tumblers can keep your cold drinks cold for 18 hours and your hot drinks hot for 12 hours. These incredible containers are double-walled so they don't sweat and you won't be burned. Nivea Glitter Designs will customize your stainless steel tumbler in shiny glitter, wood grain, hand-painted, or you can even get it in fabric. So do your part to make a difference and order your personalized tumbler today. Just go to NiveaGlitterDesigns.com. That's Nivia glitterdesigns.com. All right, and we're back. My good friend Jamie.
Hi.
Jamie, you're here, and we're drinking Bronx Brewery's City Island Sour IPA. We've been kind of socializing a bit, talking about video games, and actually a little bit of everything. So I'll be waiting for my, I guess what would it be, like a Christmas present for Red Dead Redemption?
I'll buy that shit for you right now. Listen, it's that good of a game that you need to play it. Who doesn't want to be a fucking cowboy?
I mean, look, like I told you, I played the Red Dead Redemption Zombie. I played Red Dead Redemption. Yeah, the first one. Mm-hmm. I played the first one.
Yeah.
I bought the Zombie.
Which was fucking great.
That was so fucking awesome. That was so good. So, yeah. That was a good one. What do you think about Fallout?
Oh no, my favorite game series. Fallout is like the greatest game series ever. I love post-apocalyptic things, so like Fallout is always the best.
Right.
A lot of people didn't like the new one. They're all fanboys
76?
of New Vegas. Well, 4, yeah, I don't really count 76.
4
was like more of an experiment.
4 was amazing.
But they don't like it. The general consensus is that New Vegas is the apex of Fallout and the greatest thing, which wasn't made by Bethesda, who makes all the other Fallouts. It's made by Obsidian, who's making a new game called The Outer Worlds, which is Fallout in space, which fucking looks awesome. It comes out next month on the 25th, the same day as Call of Duty. I'm totally getting Outer Worlds.
So you're going to go Outer Worlds, not get Call of Duty?
No, Outer Worlds looks fun. Well, like I like the more single player things. Like I can watch shit and I can just do whatever I want at my own pace. But if you like the Fallout series, this is Fallout in space.
Wow.
So all the same companion systems. You get, like, instead of a base, you have a fucking spaceship, which is like your home base. You can do a bunch of companions where you can do their missions for them. They have all the speech checks, so like you can intimidate people, be empathetic towards people and stuff like that. Skill trees. But it's fucking in space.
Wow.
Yeah, who wouldn't want Fallout in space? So I can't wait for that.
And what's it called, though?
The Outer Worlds.
The Outer Worlds.
Yeah, it's made by Obsidian, who made Fallout New Vegas, which people regard as the best Fallout.
That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, Fallout New Vegas was good, but I really enjoyed Fallout 4. I don't know, maybe because it's in like the Northeast.
I loved it.
Me too. So a lot of people don't like the story and stuff. I don't know. I think it's great. I have over 700 hours in Fallout 4. Like I play that shit religiously.
I beat it till there were no more missions.
I beat it like 5 times. Well, I try to do all the endings because you can do all the faction endings, so I try to do all the faction endings. Okay. Like right now I'm playing as this fat chick that just uses a baseball bat.
You're going through the whole game just with a baseball bat?
Yeah, her name's Babe Ruth, and all I've used is this baseball bat. I think it's called the something slugger, but it has like an effect where like it sends people flying, so I just use that and just smack everybody with it.
Even people with guns and shit?
Yeah, you just use bats and like you can target them. So like I'll just target their face and just knock them out with the bat or try and knock their head off.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never tried to do that before.
Well, I've done every other build. Like I've done automatic rifles, regular rifles, sneaky. I don't really like the sneaky shit. So.
Nah, that's too boring.
Yeah, like I don't want to sneak everywhere. And I like using companions so I can load them with all my shit.
Yeah.
So like just the baseball bat now. But you can use like Lone Wanderer, which gives you like certain stat bonuses. Yeah. But you can still have the dog with you as a companion. He doesn't count.
Really?
Yeah, that's one of the tricks. So you bring the dog.
I did not know that.
And you can load him with everything. So you can just load him with all your loot. And it won't count. So you still get all the Lone Wanderer perk stuff.
Oh, wow. That's really great.
Yeah, but that's what happens when you play for like 700 hours. I've done every mission like every possible way. I just like to kill everybody though.
What the hell is that goddamn thing with the claws called?
Which ones? The big monsters?
Yeah.
The Death Claw thing?
Death Claws. Holy fucking shit.
Those are pretty awesome.
Those things are badass. That's the first time I screamed at the TV like, ah!
Which is really crazy. Like, you never really see them until Endgame, except for 4, where they start you're fighting one, like, right off the bat.
Yeah.
With power armor.
Yeah.
And they change the whole power armor setup, which is cool, too.
Now, of course, Fallout 4 is, like, I think it's an amazing game. I did play New Vegas as well.